Hi everyone, and welcome back or welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before, and if you haven't been here before, please subscribe to be a part of the bilingual family. I asked you guys, I wanted to make a video about like my favorite products for summer, like my favorite makeup products for summer. And I wanted to initially put everything in one video. I asked you guys on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is @peculiarline. If you want one video or if you want me to separate the videos, and you guys said separate them. So that is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you all of my favorite makeup products for summer that are ideal for summer, whether it's like, I don't think sweatproof exists, products that are really good with sweat or you know, stuff like that. So today we're gonna talk about highlighters, so anything that has to do with a glow, whether it's natural, a little bit more than natural, and like very glossy dew, like glass skin kind of dew. The first highlighter that I want to talk about is also the one and only, or one of the only cruelty-free makeup highlighters that are in a powder form that I actually like. And if you watch my channel for a while, you will know that this is the powder highlighter that I will talk about. So this is the Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder. So this is what mine looks like. The imprint is almost completely gone. This one is very unique, and it's also why it's the one that I like the only powder highlighter that I like, because it is very, it feels kind of dry to the touch, but not too like grainy. So it's very finely milled, and at the same time, I also like it because of the effect it gives on the skin. It's very natural, very cream-like. It really behaves almost like a cream. It's actually the highlighter that I have on my skin today. It does emphasize texture, and I feel like every highlighter that you will own will probably emphasize texture, but this one doesn't really do that, and it's a very minimal kind of emphasizing. And like I said, it has that natural effect. It's very thin, it's very buildable at the same time. It's not like you dip your brush into it once and then it's like bam, you have way too much pigment to work with. It's nothing like that. I feel like the color is also a huge part of why I love this, because it's very neutral, and it's not too light, if that makes sense. So it's not like a stripe on my face that I have, for example, and it really blends in with my natural skin color. Next up, we only have like liquid highlighters. So the first one is a very affordable one that I really like. It is the Essence Glow Go Instant Highlighter. This is basically what it looks like. It's almost like a concealer tube. I think it's quite funny actually. This is definitely one of a more natural finish. Like the Nabla one is buildable, but it can still be intense if you want it to be. This one is definitely more on the natural side. I have this shade 01 Fairy Lights. Again, with highlighters, for me it's very important that the finish of it, the way it sits on the skin, is very skin-like. So it's never going to be just like skin, but I kind of want it to melt in to look like it's actually skin. The shade as well is kind of neutral, maybe a little bit more towards the yellow side. So here you can see it, quite a translucent base, and then when I blend it out, it's just a very nice subtle sheen. So the Essence Glow Go Instant Highlighter, very subtle, very natural, but a skin-like effect, so great for every day. So we already had buildable, we already had natural, and now we have something in between. So this is the Auric Glowless Radiant Luminizer, and I have the shade Morganite. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the second version of Morganite, so this is the lighter version, which is great for me because I think the original Morganite would have probably been a little bit too dark. Oh yeah, you're never going to see it. So this is the shade Morganite. Definitely compared to the other ones, it's very thick and not as liquidy or stringy as some other ones that I'm gonna show you. But this is still quite beautiful because it's reflective in an almost metallic way. It has a color to it, but it's very translucent base, so you can kind of get away with, like I said, having a lighter color. It's also really nice to mix in with foundations or anything like that. I also really like the packaging. I think it's beautiful to look at. I can assure you, especially with customs, this was not the most cheap item in my makeup collection. Especially when a product is that pricey, I'm going to be very judgmental about it. But this is a product where I felt like it, after the initial shock of all of the costs, where I was like, okay, I don't mind that I spend that much money because it's a beautiful product. And then finally, the final highlighter that is probably the most perfect for summer, the Vieve Gindu Glow Multitasker. This is an unbelievable product in my opinion. When I first got this, I could not believe how insanely glowy this was. This is the most glowy, dewy, glossy, glazed, especially glazed, that you can get. It's so insanely reflective and high shine and finish. This is definitely a very interesting formula because it's kind of like that elastic. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of elasticy. Like, it seems like it has a very high density, and this is, by the way, what it looks like. I took too much to show you guys. This is what it looks like when it's blended out. Not completely, obviously, because my hand will be completely covered, but you can see on my fingers as well. Just high wet shine. It does have some of that tackiness to it. I presume that's because of like the elasticity of the product. Just the tiniest bit can give you that just very gloss-like finish. Is not necessarily the most natural, but for some reason I just am absolutely obsessed every time I put this on, and I just really like this. It's probably like my most reach for highlighter together with the Nabla one. It also has like a gold undertone, by the way, but I feel like once you blend it out, it's not that apparent on my face. I am quite pale, so those kind of undertones are always slightly tricky with me because you tend to see them just like that. So that, guys, was the first initial video for this series, I believe. So this was basically the best highlighters for summer skin. Please let me know, by the way, what you think of this video. What are some of your highlighters that are like ride or dies? And I will see you in my next video, which is hopefully on Wednesday, with a best bronzers for summer. And I can assure you, I did not have an easy time picking my bronzers, which is why I have quite a few in the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!